Alright guys, we are a few weeks into this coronavirus lockdown with everybody missing school, and I am missing teaching you guys and teaching my students. This video goes out to all of Kentwood, Michigan, and of course throughout the world, whoever might see it. But we gotta get some art going, and hopefully maybe you guys have been drawing a little bit at home. That'd be good. Cutting, gluing, just scribbling, anything. You can use computer paper, lined paper. You can draw on a napkin. I've done it before. Anyway, today, all you need to do is get a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen, anything you might find to write with. And we're going to put this springtime image into life. So, some things to think about today. Slide this over to the side. When you make this, we are creating a landscape. And within this landscape, of course, it's an outside picture. There is a foreground, middle ground, and background. And that just means front, middle, and back to create the magic trick, the illusion of space. So we have a front row of grass. We have a rabbit hunkered down, kind of hiding, doing what he does, or she does, loves to do in springtime. Get out in the beautiful warmer air, which we're getting pretty soon, and just enjoy her surroundings. So in honor of springtime, we're going to put this little bunny rabbit, or this guy, right out in the grass with some things moving backwards. And foreground, middle ground, background, and a ton of overlap, meaning when something overlaps, it's one thing in front of another. So we have the grass overlapping the face. We have the face of the rabbit overlapping the body. We have a tulip over here overlapping the grass behind. And finally, behind the back row of grass, another one. We even have this cloud overlapping the sun. So just remember, once you guys start this and make it your own, you can make your own flowers. You can add multiple flowers, meaning you could have 2, 3, 4, 5, or you could have 0 flowers. You could have your sun behind a cloud. You could have no clouds. Okay, so make all these adjustments as you want. You could have a rabbit with spots. You could make a purple rabbit if you wanted. Instead of a triangle nose, you could put a little M on top and turn it into a heart nose. Now notice some things that I did is I kind of outlined different shapes, dark on my flowers. I mixed some yellow and green together for a bright, vibrant kind of a lime green, yellow green, springtime grass. Make all these changes and adjustments as you go. Or color it in pencil, or leave it just as an outline. I'm going to use my daughter's, who's 3 years old, whiteboard to draw this for you so I can quickly erase. When you start this assignment, what I want you to do is think about the foreground first, the front, and make a zigzag line. Now this zigzag could be very even, or it could start to be curvy and more random like nature grows. That's up to you. And it goes along the bottom. Next, what you could do is grab a cup or a bowl, a roll of tape, and trace half of a circle. Or you could just do it freehand. That's up to you too. And remember, your circles will be wobbly or curvy or have dents in them. No big deal. Okay, mistakes are part of art. And also, since we're drawing a rabbit who's from nature, does not have to be a perfect circle. I like to draw a letter V for the nose. And like I said, you could put like a heart nose or just put a cap on it. You see the mouth is hiding behind the grass. Again, make eyes any way you want. I make 2 rainbow lines. Looks kind of like the rabbit is very happy or content or sleeping. Or I put then a line underneath. Some of you have your own special way of making eyes, and you can do that. Fill it in, and I always like to leave a little circle of sparkle in there. Now for the ears. I like to make a big, tall, loopy ear, and then make another similar shape on the inside. But sometimes this happens to a lot of my students, a lot of artists. We draw the first part of the ear very thin, skinny, and sharp, and we feel like we can't really fill in that part on the inside. You don't need to erase necessarily. You can just draw around the outside of it. Next comes the body of the rabbit. It kind of sits behind, goes behind, stops, goes behind, invisible, goes behind, and continues through. So now the head and ears are overlapping the body. If you wanted, you could add a fluffy tail, as I did on this one. But you don't have to. Or if you add it and you decide to erase it, you could do that too. Now if you draw it in ink pen, well, then you can just draw another rabbit and another rabbit. Give them to some family members to make them feel good. I was taught one time how to draw a tulip. They told me to draw the letter U and then lines that overlap each other with a center line of petals in the middle. Then instead of drawing just one line for a stem, since you want to fill it in with color, draw two lines close together. Now we get the back row of grass. Another zigzag line. It can be wild, it can be short, it can be very sharp, or it's up to you. Now behind that back row, another tulip. Or instead, maybe you want a daisy or a sunflower. Maybe you have your own way of drawing. One way of doing a rose would be like a spiral in the middle. And then two lines close together. Again, you can have no clouds, some clouds. I'm going to have a cloud behind my tulip and floating off the page. We don't even see all of it. I might have another cloud up here with the sun behind it. So the cloud is overlapping the sun. I don't have time to erase. There might be things I could change on here, which you could change too while you're drawing. You could put spots on your rabbit. You could do birds in the sky, butterflies, bees buzzing around and waking up, because springtime is here. So remember, have fun, enjoy. If you make mistakes, don't get discouraged, just keep going. Color it in any way you want. You want a purple rabbit, a pink rabbit, maybe a brown or gray rabbit like we might see outside nowadays. Okay. Oh, and I almost forgot. If you like an ear that flops, sorry for not doing this earlier. It starts the same way as these do. You go up and then back down, but stop. And then loop it up like a letter U. But don't connect it. And then put a line underneath. And it looks like another overlap, like a paw or a mitten. Kind of hanging down. So if you already drew this in pen or ink and you can't erase it, guess what? Now you get to do another one if you like the overlap floppy ear. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, artists throughout Kentwood and the world, I hope you get to do this at home and enjoy yourself, and look for more videos from us here.